they were showing all these guys. This was the kind of like a stupid thing. There was 100 of them in there.
That's just the Deadpools in their own universes that got caught by the timeline and sent to the void.
It's kind of stupid. You know, I mean, you can't have too many.
And it does get stupid. I agree. At a certain point, it's like, okay.
I mean, how many? Everybody's a superhero now. I mean, you go into a bar. I agree. It's like everybody has a gun.
And,
don't touch anything. It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton, and Nick on the board here today.
I'm starting to jam out to that intro more and more.
You liking it?
The more I hear it, yeah.
I think Morty liked it. He was sitting up on the couch.
What a guy. What a guy.
All right, everybody. First of all, thanks for coming. We're going to have a good show today. Today's show, and I'm going to give you guys a warning if you have not seen the movie Deadpool 3. You might not want to listen to certain part of this. Yeah, some spoiler alerts. Nick and I are going to go over the movie. It really intrigued me. This is only the second Deadpool I saw, but I was really impressed, and I was so...
you haven't seen all three?
No, I only saw the first.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I thought he was goofy, but now you explained to me who he was and everything else. And we're going to go over Deadpool. So if you have not seen Deadpool 3, great movie. I suggest you turn down this here and just look at my pretty face if you're on YouTube. And
just watch it.
That's what the show is going to be about. And it's going to be really interesting because there's a lot of sexuality in this movie, and we're going to get into that. So everybody, thank you for watching and or listening. And please, let's thank Oliva Cigar. Leavers, man. Oh, yeah. They are my guys.
Smooth.
They make my cigars, and our cigars are doing well. We're going all over the place. And we are not stopping, man. We are trying to be a deadly force.
I think we're going to really ramp it up here in the next
I think the next year is going to be very, very, very big
next
for us.
Day.
Very big.
I'm feeling it.
I am. A lot. I'm feeling a lot. All right, now, so
We've
first
made
of all,
a lot of changes, guys.
First of all, everybody, we are in Florida. We just went through this last tropical storm that just went through, and actually it became a hurricane. Beautiful. The hurricane is it was just a Category 1, but what people don't notice, a slow-moving storm, and what kills people in storms is the tide surge, the rain, the floods.
All right, explain that to me one more time. Like, is
what
it
kills
something
people,
breaking,
like,
or how fast does it go?
See, hurricanes are classified a Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4, and a Category 5 hurricane.
Is that the highest?
The worst. There's no higher. If you're in that, you're lucky if you live.
What if? So there hasn't been a higher
one, I think, recorded.
Did they say
one
6?
or two recorded.
Did they say 6 or something? Or
No. It just, and it goes by winds. Over 75 miles an hour wind, it becomes a Category 1. I think up to 100 mile an hour is Cat 2.
We haven't had one here in a while.
Not in a while. I mean, well, you saw the last one. Euro hit Fort Myers really bad. Ian. And that cost me my vacation spot, man.
And I was only here for a few days.
Man.
My first thing at Florida, I was
in a hurricane.
Windsurfing on a longboard.
Yeah, in mine, I've been through a few hurricanes. Listen, we ain't ever going through another hurricane. We're getting in that RV and we're putting Mom.
Can I come?
Of course, and Morty. Cool. And Morty, you could cry all you want.
I'm not getting in.
Yeah. Morty don't like to get in any, and we're taking that thing out of here. And we're going early before the people go, and we're coming back late.
Remember and Ian, you were like, let's go to Fort Myers. And I was like, there's supposed to be like a really big storm.
That would have took my RV and we would have been a boat.
You remember? I was like very new here.
I
was very new though. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, you're only here a week or so.
Everywhere on the news is saying there's a huge storm. And you were like, forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it. They always just talk everything up. And the next time I saw him, he was like, my vacation spot.
It's gone.
I was like, yeah, I don't think we should have went.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I gotta go back there. I just gotta go back.
Yeah, you were taking you were trying to take all your friends and stuff. And
a couple of them went. You know,
like that time you were like, me and all my friends, you guys should go. And I was like, I don't think you're gonna make it. You know.
Yeah.
we didn't make it. Yeah.
Well, we just got through a little one, and believe it or not, I mean, there's winds, and we hit some wind. They had 70 mile an hour winds. But we are way south of it. It really hit up toward Jacksonville. And the problem right now is it's stalled. And when it stalls, it throws rain. So that's the difference between hurricanes. The faster a hurricane travels itself. You'll have a hurricane that'll go 25, 30 miles an hour.
How does it?
I mean, it travels, the hurricane, not the winds.
So how does a storm just stall in? Where is it, Georgia?
Yeah, it's like in Georgia, Jacksonville, or whatever.
So how does it just stall?
Well,
what
atmospheric pressure, there's a wind coming from one way. There's a tropical system from another way.
Just push it.
And this thing,
I guess
it's like
it makes
equal
sense.
power.
Yeah.
And then the storm could stall. And if it stalls out over you, you are going to get
So a surge.
flooded.
So let's get back to how do surges actually?
Now, a surge.
I'm going to be ignorant here. How do I get caught up in a flood? Like if it just starts raining here,
Well, over here, we're far enough from the ocean.
I was very ignorant that I was just like, how are these people drowning in their houses? And I'm still very ignorant on that fact. Like, how do they?
In Fort Myers, where my place was, that would have been great to show you. The water was higher than the buildings. The storm surge. So you have a tide everywhere you go. They call it low tide and high tide. Mm-hmm. And that low high tide meter might be 3 feet. It depends on where you are, and it called the tide surges in Alaska were 18 feet. That's how much the moon would actually make the tide go.
But not waves, just a tide.
No, the tide.
So like low tide.
Right, so low tide.
I'm not an ocean guy.
Low tide, it might be 2 feet, and then on high tide, it's 20 feet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's just the normal. Well, around here, it's not like that. But you can go to somewhere, Nick, and what happens is the tide surge would then become like a tidal wave or something.
So it's the ocean. I'm talking about like in Mississippi.
Right. Well, they have the surges come from the rivers.
The rivers.
Oh, that's
and
what it is.
That quick. I'll get caught up that quick for real.
You could get caught up so quick you have no idea.
So what is starting the surge? Is it like, did it start miles and miles up from the river?
Well, wherever the water generates. Water generates from somewhere. And all throughout the way it generates. So when a storm goes over an area, it's dropping rain. So it's just at that area, that point, it's going to be gone. It's going to fill things up. The drainage can't handle it, like your sewage drain. Okay. And all of a sudden, it backs up. But when the storm surge, like if you're closer, and you could even be a mile in from the ocean. I mean, we're 5 miles, but you could be a mile in from the ocean.
I get the ocean. I get it.
That's
I get the ocean flooding.
That's the surge.
Something. I just don't understand. I think St. Louis, there was a big flood like a long time ago.
Sure, because you got the Mississippi River.
How do people?
You got
in my
the river
house right there. I'm
unbelievable.
30 minutes from the river. How did people drown in their own homes?
Because the river will rise so much. I was just in Kentucky
quick like that? That's what I'm saying.
Within an hour or two,
to the
it could be a couple hours.
Actually happening.
It could be a couple hours. Yeah. What happened was I just was at John's in Kentucky, my buddy, and he's here. I'm gonna see him for lunch. Oh, great! I can't wait to see him tomorrow. So anyway,
you're all giddy. That's his best friend, guys.
So John is in Kentucky. Moved to Kentucky. We went to a really nice lunch. And it was beautiful, and it was down. There was a river way down, and they have all marks everywhere. And they say 1928, 1940, and that was marks? Those river surges wiped that place.
Wow!
And it was way down. And I go, "Are you kidding?" And they said, "Yeah, with the snow, you could have snow leak, because there's so much water. Snow is water, really. So all of that. So you got to remember,
snow is water. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's cold water. Very cold water.
What you have to remember is fluffy I'll bet we get somebody who says, "No, it's not. I'm in science. I am a chemical major. It's this component."
It's a different,
I can tell you what happens then. And anyway, so we didn't have it, so it seemed like it's gone, and I ended up that's a good thing. Now let's get to the movie. You and I went to see Deadpool 3 or Deadpool Wolverine. Is what the name of it. I didn't even see 3 anywhere on the banners or anything.
I didn't see a name or anything.
Yeah, it said Deadpool Wolverine. Even the ticket said that. So anyway, we went to see it because we wanted to review it. So we went as a company to go to see this Deadpool 3. And I'll tell you what, I was in. First of all, I had to be convinced to go.
I told all of us. I was like, "Come on, guys." I was trying to convince everyone. I was like, "Come on," because you said you watched a lot of Marvel movies with your nephew, or who was it?
Oh, I mean,
Missy's son?
Missy's son. When I got out of prison, a lot of people thought he was my son.
Yeah.
Because he was born like 8 months after I got out of prison.
Not me, sorry.
Yo, bro, no way. I can tell you it was not me. A week after that, I got a vasectomy.
No chance anymore.
Oh, no. So anyway, I love the Marvel movies. I used to like the Avengers with Tony Stark. You know, that was it. And then I didn't learn, but Nick really opened my eyes to all of this. I'm not at all. I don't understand how Batman can even fight Superman and beat the shit out of him.
Oh, he's cold. Batman's cold.
And he explains some stuff to me that was pretty cool. Well, we're going to go into some of the things about Deadpool that are interesting. And one of these things, I know it's going to come to a long topic, so you got to stay tuned if you're going to listen to this. It's about the sexuality of this Deadpool and what goes on in the movie. I'm going to tell you guys in the right kind of way what we can do without getting canceled again. And but we are going to do that, so it's going to be a lot of fun to do that. Nick's got his pen ready. I didn't say one word off cue yet. I think
we got a transcript now, so I just.
Oh, but you got to know what to look for.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have to do.
Yeah, I got to do what you're saying. All right, guys. So Nick, first of all, overall, let's give a general view. Give the audience a general view of, without getting deep into other ones, what this Marvel Deadpool and Wolverine was about. So give the people who never seen it either, kind of describe to them what it is.
Wow, that's very difficult, actually.
It's not. I mean, I already got
summary of the movie.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Deadpool and Wolverine, and they go into the timeline to save Deadpool's universe.
Now, for people who don't know what's going on, right? And don't want to turn the radio or turn the computer off, first of all, Deadpool is a guy that can't die.
Oh, you said don't go deep. Oh,
well, I could have
went deep.
No,
on
he
that,
can. But write that one down. I guess balls deep again. Oh, well. Anyway, so Deadpool is a character, and I can get into not. And then Wolverine is another character. I had no idea who these guys were myself, but because I got a little, I call it a history lesson from the office to the movie theater.
You were shut up.
Yeah,
dude.
well, no, he told me, and it helped. Oh, it really did, Nick. It really helped a lot. That helped.
It is a little confusing if you don't know what's going on for sure, because if you didn't know what was going on, it was confusing for sure.
Let me give you what they talk about, and then you give me your opinion on it. They say it's an MCU integration, which means Deadpool 3 marks Deadpool's official entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Fox gave him up.
This has fans excited about the potential crossovers and interactions with established other characters. The movie features cameos. Listen to this. Wow. This is who they say, right? The big ones. The Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Thor.
Electric.
Where was Hulk?
The Hulk was in the reflection of Wolverine's claws.
That's what they say. That's Thor. Where was Thor?
That's what I want you to watch. It's a Wolverine Hulkbuster animated thing.
We'll talk about that.
Very good.
What about Thor? Where was he in the movie? I don't remember.
Thor was, I think, maybe twice in the movie. He's waving his when
band.
They were jumping through the multiverse looking for another Logan.
Other Avengers.
You have to really catch it.
And so there are other ones as well. A lot of other.
The Chris Evans ones really got me. You were shut up, Nick.
Well, since we already warned about a spoiler,
yeah.
Chris Evans gets his skin ripped right off him and he gets killed right there, inside out. His body.
It's like a misdirect, though. They're trying to hint that he's Captain America, and then it jumps back to him being his first ever hero, which is what's his Flame On.
Oh yeah,
Johnny Storm.
Yeah, I didn't know any of this, and even in the movie, it lost me. And he told me afterwards about the torch, and it was pretty cool.
They're inside jokes, so if you didn't get it, you'd have to say, "Oh, that is good," that was cool.
Yeah, if you know anything about it, these are good movies, guys. I'm 62, and I'll tell you what, I love these kind of movies. I mean, but I'm a young 62. I also like T Grizzly and stuff like that.
You got 12 years off.
Yeah, 12. I take 12 years, so I'm really just turned 50.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Still mature.
The Deadpool. A lot of people are excited about this Deadpool and the Wolverine hookup. I mean,
I was
one of the most anticipated aspects in the team up between Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds, I'll tell you, is the actor who plays Deadpool. When we get into the sexuality and stuff like that, it is pretty wild. And I happen to agree with it a lot. And I'm saying this is perfect. This is 100. It shows that anybody can be funny, manly, if you want to call it that, and do something. So, and I didn't say he's gay because he's not gay. Let's just get that straight.
Who's trying to fight?
Yeah, who said he is?
Calm down, guys.
Reynolds, Deadpool, and
That's my
Hugh
boy
Jackman's
now.
Wolverine. This partnership is expected to bring a mix of action and humor, drawing from their established on-screen chemistry and comic book history. Absolutely.
It was pretty accurate.
Man.
It might have been silly to you, but then once I explained it, it was very accurate too.
It was epic. The big thing they took out of it, and I don't know why, is they did not tell the truth that Wolverine killed all of the X-Men.
Yeah,
Wolverine's the big killer, right?
No, they hinted. They said it on the second
Nah,
time.
but they said so. They go back to.
No, he said I found him, and then when he did the second confess, he was like, I found him, but then started killing everyone.
No, but you
kinda
remember
what he
in the
said,
movie,
you know?
the people thought of something that.
In the movie, the first apology, he was like fake apologizing for himself, and then the last one, he was like, I did find some of them alive, and then I just started killing everyone. I don't know why.
That's a bad dude, man.
And it's PTSD. That's his character. It's just PTSD.
Yeah, and you know what I learned?
that's
That these two characters, every character is a superpower. And I always used to say as a kid, I used to do that as a kid. Everybody wanted to be Superman. I could fly. I could beat up everybody. I could go I could go take.
He's a cheater.
No, he's not. Don't mess with my Superman. Anyway, and every one of these have powers. I used to say, Batman, what's his power against Superman? Slap the shit out of him. Anyway, getting back to what we're talking about today. Deadpool's power is he can't die.
Batman
And Wolverine, they can't die.
regenerate. Yeah.
Their skin, if there's one cell left, they regenerate. And it's pretty wild to see. And
That's why the fight scenes are so cool.
Oh my God! They show some blood in this movie.
They go to town.
They show some blood in this, man. You got it. They ran out of paint, man. They ran out of a lot of red paint in this one. But
corn syrup and starch.
whatever they use. The multiverse and time travel. The plot involves elements of multi-timeverse. That's what Nick was saying.
I like how they were making fun of it. They're like, all right, guys, it's getting old.
Yeah,
Remember?
with Deadpool
He's like, "This is
navigating
getting bad."
through various timelines and universes.
It's the only way this movie would
This
work.
opens up possibilities for numerous character appearances and plot twists, adding depth to the. Here's what I thought about, and this is what Nick, he had explained to me. Once he explained it to me, boy, are these writers slick. They could kill off characters in every one of these universes, and there's endless universes. Bring them back in another universe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It
wild.
took them a while to do that, though. For like the first 12 years of them making movies, they were going on a very hard script.
Nick, that was such a good line. I talked about that, and I didn't get a laugh track or anything,
What was
I
funny?
used to do I used to do laugh tracks.
What was funny?
I don't know. I thought it was funny. No, I was talking about. Oh, that's what.
What was the joke that needed
I
a
already
laugh
forgot.
track? Yeah,
Stop it.
What?
I don't know. I forgot it. Okay, this is the introduction of the Deadpool corpse. I didn't get this
The
one.
first
The film will
scene.
introduce the Deadpool corpse, including characters like Lady Deadpool, Kid Pool, Head Pool, Dog Pool. This ensemble is expected to bring new dynamic humor to the movie. Yeah, they were showing all these guys. This was the kind of like a stupid thing. There was 100 of them in there.
That's just the Deadpools in their own universes. They got caught by the timeline and sent to the void.
It's kind of stupid. I mean, you can't
I
have
don't-
too many.
And it does get stupid. I agree. At a certain point, it's like, okay.
I mean, how many?
guys,
Everybody's a superhero now. I mean, you go into a bar.
I
It's
agree.
like everybody has a gun.
And that's the fans do agree. That's like a general thing now. That's why they're making jokes about it. I think that's they're
I didn't
now
know
gonna
that.
like start shying away from this stuff because it's getting old. Like, I don't want to see 3 Spider-Men on my screen every time. You don't
Yeah.
need 15 Spider-Men.
No, you don't need. Listen, you don't need. They had one Tony Stark.
But-
I liked it. Well,
The movie was great. It was electric.
the movie was very entertaining.
Very
Here's another
comic
thing. It wasn't like
accurate.
one of these action movies that are 3 hours long. It was 2 hours and 7 minutes. which to me is a very decent movie.
An hour and a half.
No, it was 2 hours and 7 minutes. Now, a lot of these action movies are 3 hours, near 3 hours, and it gets a little. But we were with the recliners, so that was pretty bomb the way we did it.
And the kid was sitting next to us. He
Nick
was like
Nick
five.
had a 5-year-old kid next to him, and he
he was
goes,
right next to
"Oh,
me.
this kid's gonna get a real lesson."
I was like, this is cool that he is actually watching this as his first like introduction to a Marvel movie. I could only imagine because ours were like, well, where's the other characters?
Oh,
and this
that-
movie's just jam packed with every character.
And you know what's gonna
could ever
screw him?
imagine.
Every movie that kid goes to next is where's the guys? Where's
Come on,
this
where
guy?
is everyone?
Where is
Yeah,
everybody?
where is
And here's who
everyone?
they had. Let me give you. This is another thing they liked about it. A lot of the Deadpool fan favorites came back for this movie, which was Colossus, Yukolo, Negasonic, Teenage Warhead, among others. The two girls came back.
You just said them.
Oh, did I? Who else that came back? There's more that said that.
There's so many people in the movie. I can't.
What
I
about the
haven't-
Iron Guy?
That's Colossal.
Oh yeah, he looked bad, man.
He's
He's metal.
Australian. He's Australian. Yeah.
Australian metal man.
Steel.
Steel.
something.
I guess there's steel heads down there. It's steel.
Blockheads. Sorry, guys.
Ah,
Just kidding. Just kidding.
And that were you surprised? There were several surprise castings.
I avoided every. I didn't watch one trailer. I avoided every leak. I avoid trailers because they literally spoil the movie now.
Did you see who was
So I
in
was
there?
very excited.
Did you know Jennifer Gardner was in the movie?
Who's that? Is that Electra?
Oh my God,
Is that Electra?
Jennifer Gardner reprising a role as Electra,
Okay, so I knew exactly who it was.
and Tyler Mane as Sabretooth.
Yeah, he was the first Sabretooth in X-Men.
Oh, so you knew who they were. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's when they came. Those are the same actors. Yeah, from the like original movies. That was cool.
What this movie thing is since it
Gambit.
come out is saying they think this is going to be one of the bigger grossing movies of all time. Where do you think?
It was great. It was a great movie. Like Marvel has been slacking for about a year and a half, 2 years, just like doing a whole woke agenda. So the movie was gay. The movie was gay, guys. but
well, I'm not
they
going to say
didn't-
gay. It was not gay. It
It
was
had so many gay jokes in it,
gay and
and-
pansexual and bisexual. And
but it was not like woke.
We're gonna get
like
into
the
that in
other
a minute.
ones. Yeah.
We're going to get into
It was-
that in a minute because
it
we're
was
getting
funny.
into that now.
It
You know
was
that good. That was a good transition, Nick. I
Yeah,
gotta
you
say.
should have just. We should have just went with it.
No, yeah, we are. But I had to get to where I'm at. Let me go. Let me go.
I got you.
Now,
I
if
got
I
you.
explain
I got
this
you.
right, Nick, you got me.
I'll back you up, maybe. Or I'll just say that.
I was
not right.
so shocked. I literally came out of that movie theater like this. Nick will tell you. I mean, it's like, I go, damn. I mean, if you weren't somewhat hip with sexualities and all of this kind of stuff, you were lost.
No, I mean it was pretty in your face.
In your face, he called one guy a bottom, and I go, bottom. You know when the guy in the bottom and the top.
Oh yeah. That's what we're
Did I say
he
that
was
right?
Like, he was like, what did he say? He was like, I don't usually bottom.
Oh, I don't usually
I
bottom,
don't
but
usually
this
bottom,
time.
but maybe for this time.
Yeah.
we were like, what the?
Yeah, who was that for?
What do you mean?
I mean, who was he looking at?
The TVA. He was talking to all of them.
Oh, because he was talking to somebody with, like, I guess, good-looking guys. Listen to me. He's always grabbing junk, like guys right down there. Literally, he puts in his swimsuit, his superhero costume. He's got a hole in the butt.
He got shot in the ass.
Yeah, he got shot in the head. He left that hole right
He was
there.
like easy access.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, dude. All his quips were like,
All these quips were, and they were gay. Now,
they were gay jokes, yeah.
Mostly
the whole
gay,
movie was
yeah.
gay. And that was what I like. All the stuff right before this, they were going woke and just making people gay, but like doing it as like trying to be normal.
yeah,
and everyone was just so over it.
They're
you
making
know?
this such a joke.
That's what,
that
and
it's
then this
so
was
good.
funny. This was like your, like
The way I am, I mean, really.
like everyone can go see this and just be like, oh, they're not trying to shove an agenda down my throat. And
Right.
the other ones were like, why are we like going out of a way to do a woke agenda?
And it's funny because he did these jokes, and if you didn't know, if you weren't hip like I am on YouTube and stuff and following things, I get it. A lot of people will not get it. And
I told you beforehand, and you were just like, no, you're just making fun of people. And I was like, no, I'm telling you who Deadpool is. And you're like, no, you're just making fun of.
Yeah,
people.
I didn't believe.
And
Nick.
I was like, no, dude, he is like bi or whatever. He's
right. Well,
what is he? He's pansexual.
Okay, now here's what's happening.
Flip it. I go like this. Look.
You know, let me tell you why I appreciate what they did and actually appreciate the writers I was thinking about, Nick. This whole
Which is
the gay
Ryan Reynolds. He's part of it.
Oh, he wrote this character?
Yeah, he is the core of everything that's going on. That's what I was
he wrote Deadpool in the comics?
He is a producer. Yes.
I said
no. You said we were talking about the producers.
I'm talking about all of it. The comic book origins, where
okay.
Deadpool came from, is a character of a sexual nature of, I guess, pansexual, which means I had to look it up. But my point to you is it's in the book, so they're not going out of the way even today to say, okay, let's make gays the right thing to do.
Yeah, it was just him.
It is who he is, and it has been who he is since.
That was a really good point.
The 40s or whatever. I don't know when Deadpool came out.
That literally broke down what I was trying to say about that. That broke it down. That they were just making people gay who weren't.
Right.
And now this movie's just like, no, he's been this way. It's just funny.
And and not only is it funny,
and he's not gay.
He's not. It's not what
we
don't know. Pants. We're gonna go. He fucking. I think there's a word.
It's a template. I have those words already in. Oh. I do have a transcript template where I have a few words in.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So I write the new ones in.
We don't have to teach the audience how.
Okay, okay, guys, back at it.
No, we're just messing around because we got into this. Now I'm Deadpool. I want to cut his head off with these swords. And anyway, here is what I appreciate about the movie. If you are pro whatever sexuality a person is, which I am, I don't care what you are. Now I got to add a whole bunch, but I don't. I don't believe in that LGBTQYZB. Oh, get the hell enough already, man. Stop the bullshit.
Letters, yeah.
We got enough letters. They
do
this
to put autism in
LBGT plus. That's it.
And now it's QA.
I don't accept it.
For autism.
I don't accept it.
And the autistics were like, whoa, we did not vote on this.
I am voting against. What's the Q? Queer. Yeah, what's the difference between queer and gay?
We write it and we don't know.
We still don't know. Anyway, I like the fact on this one that they didn't go into what a person is. Not anybody, meaning he could be anything you want him to be. And he could, obviously, he was in relationships with women. He obviously likes guys. I think he had a relationship with not Batman. What's the kid? Spider-Man. But he was an adult.
Definitely
the first thing I said to Nick
was never in a relationship with Spider-Man.
No, but he's after Spider-Man.
He definitely sexually harasses him.
And I said to Nick, I says, wait a minute, how old is he? How old is Spider-Man? And if he's over 18, all right. But anyway, guys, in this one, here's what I read when I started doing my research. Pansexuality confirmation, that he is pansexual. Okay? Marvel writer Jerry Dugan, who has worked on Deadpool comics, confirmed that Deadpool is pansexual. This means he does not have a preference for a particular gender, and his attractions are more about the individual than their gender identity. That is the way to go. I like that. I like Morty.
No, that's not what that means, Larry.
I could like everybody.
You don't want to have sex with Morty.
No.
Okay, so let's backtrack.
I don't want to have sex with people or girls.
What? What are you saying?
I'm not getting this. Listen, when you say pansexual, pan means you want to have sex with everybody?
Yeah,
so
and everybody does not mean
that.
That doesn't mean an animal, though. That's like an actual.
So bestiality is not included.
No, bestiality I don't think is. Maybe we need to fact check that, but I would not think that this falls under the.
How about this? I hope it's not. I'm pretty open, but I have my limits, man.
What are you saying? No, remember he said, sorry, I'm gender blind.
Oh, yeah. And he goes, not with those guys or something. I don't know. There's a lot of quips.
I got to watch it again.
We're going to watch it. Okay. Listen about his romantic interest. Deadpool has had various romantic interests in the comics, including Vanessa Carl.
Oh, is it Death on this list?
No, Syrian, Teresa Cassidy, and even Death.
Death is
his relationships are often complex and add depth to his character.
So, every time he dies, he doesn't care because he's gonna go get
Have
laid.
sex.
Yeah.
With Death.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hang out with Death for a little bit and come back. And she is also Fun fact: she's also dating Thanos. She's a little.
Death is?
Yeah.
Death's an actual character in these things?
Yes, she's dating Thanos and.
Is she like the
Deadpool.
most powerful one?
No, she just.
That
that's her-
little girl was in this movie. Was
that was,
badass, man. You got to see this girl. She's the one who took the skin off Captain America.
It was Xavier's twin that died in the womb.
Wow, what a bad bitch, man.
Yeah. So on that Earth,
Is
they.
bitch in there? That's funny. We got to watch our words. That's making me laugh. Okay, the movie portrayal in the Deadpool movies, Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of Wade Wilson also reflects his fluid sexuality. The films include moments that hint as his pansexuality, although it's
It's
not
fun to-
as explicitly sport as in the. It's not.
I
You
thought
know, it's
that-
more in the comics.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. That like, people are making this a big deal, and I went into the movie, and I was just like, yeah, this is I thought.
Not only that,
I thought
it's more
everyone knew this.
It's explicitly explored in the comic. It's not even as like deep in the comics. It says.
But yeah, it is him. It is literally him.
And it says, look, the movie features Deadpool making flirtatious remarks towards characters of different genders. His humor often involves playful and suggestive comments that align with his comic book portrayal. Obviously, comic book portrayal is he is pansexual, and they go wild, man, guys. I'm gonna go deep on
I was
that.
showing you that comic story and stuff. You like him?
Yeah, you said he
He
died.
died. That's crazy.
Man, I'm sorry to his family
That's
for that.
crazy.
That really is. That kid
too. It was
died
like a
young.
freak thing. Yeah.
And we watched him, man. I got into his voice.
A great.
you know, doing the
what a channel! Imagine the income.
Oh.
Holy cow!
I wonder if it's him and him alone. It's got a team, I'm sure.
Well, he's got editors, yeah, but like, every one of them is like 6 hours long.
and they're
They're like
millions.
30 million views, 6 hours. The retention's up. You know.
Oh, you think?
And it plays for Morty when I'm gone. You know, I've looped hundreds of the same video. You know, several times. That's a loss.
Go comic.
People are.
Hey, rest in peace,
fighting
bro.
right now, yeah.
And
truck flipped or something.
my
It was so
condolences to
sad.
his family, obviously. And inclusive represent the filmmakers and Reynolds himself have discussed Deadpool's past in interviews. Ryan Reynolds, shout out to you, man. He don't care. He's kind of like me a lot, I think, honestly. You know, he don't care about sexuality or people.
Well, he's also rich.
Yeah, that's the
He's
one
got
thing
his
he's not like
hands
me
in-
about.
That's not what I was trying to say. But he's got his hands in every investment you can. He owns cricket. He owns like a big part of cricket, which
What's
is
cricket?
It's like AT&T, right?
Oh, a phone,
Cricket's like
a phone
lower,
company.
you know, it's
yeah.
like a lower branded phone company.
Well, they're talking about the cultural impact of his Deadpool sexuality has been as an important aspect of his character, resonating with many fans who appreciate the representation of fluid sexual orientation in mainstream media. This inclusivity helps normalize a spectrum of sexual identities and applies visibility. I agree 1,000%.
Well, I just
Because they do it in not
that's what I
pushing
was
it in
saying.
your
Yeah,
face.
it wasn't. That's what we were saying. It wasn't a woke like.
No.
this
You
is
know, the
what this
people
is.
that are woke.
It was like you either get it and the jokes are funny, or you're just watching.
I'm
an
not
action
into that
movie.
woke agenda at all. You know that. But I'm also
What?
not. I'm not. Listen, the woke people. You know,
woke agenda is okay.
I don't like that. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, it's where the people's heart is and what they're meaning by what they're saying.
And that's what the nuke girl, the atomic warhead girl,
Right?
the actor said, "I'll do it. I will be portrayed in
As a lesbian
in
or
a
whatever.
lesbian relationship, but just don't bring.
Don't make a
anything
big
to
deal of
Yeah,
it.
she was like, "Cool, but just let's not make it a point of the movie."
Right.
Which I liked that too.
You know, all the actors and listen, we are in 2024. If you're listen, people who are religious have their own views, and that's okay with them. I don't hate them either. I don't hate anybody. I really, I hate that word hate. The word hate. You know what word hate does to people? It hurts them. I hated for a long time the people who did things, tortured me.
There's a lot of effort.
I planned their murders.
There's a lot of effort,
I mean,
huh?
for 6 years maybe, I was planning it more than that.
A lot of effort.
Oh, every
Energy.
almost
A lot of
consuming
energy. A lot of energy, yeah.
and hurt and until that, wow. We got to fix this, Nick.
Yes, we got to put another.
Yeah, right here, just right there.
Yeah.
Until the
go.
anyway, until the where's my thing?
A lot of energy goes into hate.
Oh,
It's
hate is a bad emotion, people. You could dislike a lot of
energy.
things, and we all do. But when you hate him, it consumes you. And whoever you hate, if it's a person, he don't even know you hate him, and he's affecting you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, he's
winning.
He didn't even think of you for 10 more.
I mean,
years.
for 10 seconds after the incident, you hate him and I'll kill
Forget him. Yeah.
Before you know it,
He didn't even know he did anything. And I'm not saying. I'm just saying
no,
other
100%,
people
100%.
that you bumped into. He didn't even know you did that, and you're over here like really stressing over it.
Well, anyway, Deadpool's pansexuality is a well-established part of his character, both in the comics and on the big screen. His flirtatious nature combined with open attraction to individuals, regardless of gender, makes him a unique and beloved character. Do you agree with all that?
Yeah, I think we're going in circles on this one. He's pan, guys. It's a lot of gay jokes. It's funny, and if it's not shoved down your throat, like if you got the jokes, you got it.
Okay.
And you could understand,
Well, no, because a lot of people are confused out there, like I was. I guarantee there's listeners here and people who know me who are very confused.
I think you're more confused on the timeline stuff.
Wait a minute. What is pansexuality exactly? Is it bisexuality? What's the difference?
You just said it.
What is it?
You said regardless of gender. You just read
bisexuality. Don't care about gender.
No, bi is female and male, not like trans and
the definition and characteristics of pansexual. Get into my lawyer hat. Gender inclusivity. Pansexuality involves attraction to individuals regardless of their gender, which can include male, female, transgender. I don't even know what non-binary is.
I just said that.
And genderqueer people. All right, look it up right now, Nick. Go on your phone and look up what is.
We do this. We've done this a lot.
What is? You tell me what genderqueer is.
Okay, so all right, I don't have to. This is what I have comprehended.
The term pan.
This is me. Queer Larry is like, that you're not straight and you're kind of just still figuring it out.
Is that your guess? Because that is not a dictionary, is it?
That's what I broke down from the definition, because the definition is a little weird, so that's what I'm taking. We've read the definition multiple times. I'll read it here.
Yeah, read the definition.
So that's what I broke down
of queer. And then what genderqueer is. That is like, see, this is this is woke. All of this shit. Do you agree with that, Nick? It's woke. This is woke. All this shit.
Well, yeah, no, after a little
and
bit.
Then, I'm not pansexual, I'm bisexual.
How about it's just like either you're straight or gay or like whatever.
Or whatever. I know, and that's like, cool. Listen, whatever. I am whatever, I think. I don't know what I am. I'm 62 and I'm still confused. No, I'm not. But tell me what genderqueer is.
It is.
He can't do it, folks.
Can't even do a phone minute.
Can't even do a phone minute on the Wikipedia.
Queer is an umbrella for people who are not heterosexual or not cisgender, originally meaning straight or Wow, dude, it's getting too much. Peculiar.
Okay.
I have no idea. Peculiar, which is queer, came from to be used as a rude word against the LGBT community in the 19th century. So yeah, it's an umbrella for people who are not heterosexual or cisgender. You're still figuring it out. So that was my.
I get what you get. But type in the word genderqueer. It's just it's very confusing
I don't know
to me,
what that
people.
means either.
And when they come up with this stuff, I'm like, okay, let's ask some people. Maybe they're up here, and I am all for you.
Do you remember
if you are genderqueer, if that's what it is?
Asking the gay guy, and he was like, I don't know.
Even the gay guys didn't know.
So like, what?
How do other people know?
It's the same exact
non-binary gender. The term pan comes from the Greek word for all, reflecting this. I'm pan, Nick.
I'm not. What? Hold on. It's the same definition.
I don't know what it is. Distinction from bisexuality. Everybody thinks. Remember a distinction? Well, both pansexual and bisexual people may be attracted to multiple genders. Pansexuality specifically emphasizes gender-blind attraction. Bisexuality typically implies attraction to two or more genders. but does not necessarily mean all genders.
That's what I was
So
saying.
it could be 2 or more.
Okay, but that's what I was saying. It stops at a certain point, and then pan's literally just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, and pansexuals also emphasizes the attraction to a person based on who they are rather than their gender. This can include emotional, romantic. That's pretty, that's the way life should be, man. And I think everybody will understand that. If you have an attraction to someone, no matter what it is, that's your attraction. So, and I respect that a lot.
It's like more of like a personality thing.
Yeah,
like-
yeah, exactly. They're really focusing on the whole person, not just one. And common misconceptions. This is a good one. Not confused or indecisive. Pansexuality is a distinct and valid sexual orientation, not a phase or confusion about one's preference.
Like, I think that's where queer goes, is when you're like, I know something's up, but
You'd think they would say that. Just, I mean,
it's at an umbrella, which that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Not the same as polyamory. Do you know what that is? Pansexuality refers to who one is attracted to, while polyamory, I don't know, polyamory involves the practice of having multiple consensual romantic sexual relationships. Oh, that's me.
Oh, it's poly.
I'm poly for
No,
sure.
that's like the marriage thing, right?
Oh, I like that. People,
You're just picking on the list. You're just like, oh, this is
all
what
right. I want
what
one
I
of
am
those.
today.
I want one of those.
I'll take one of these, 2 of those.
Oh, that's right. Culture and social context. Visibility and acceptance. Pansexuality has gained more visibility and acceptance in recent years, contributing to broader discussions about sexual orientation and gender identity. Representation, media, and cultural representatives like Deadpool have helped in bringing pansexuality into the mainstream, promoting understanding and acceptance. Resources and support, educational sources, and of course, community support. If anybody is out there at all having any issues with any sexuality issues or bullying because of anything, please get some help. You just call. There are multiple hotlines for just that: sexual bullying, sexual harassment, and it can be in confidence too. People don't know. Everybody thinks, oh, it has to be done by somebody. It has to be this one. It has to be that one. No, that is not true. It does not, people. Most people think everybody has to go according to one, like you have to do this, you have to press charges, although the law states, like if
Who
you
are we pressing charges on?
if somebody was
I'll
nervous
sue.
out
I'll
there,
sue.
not knowing,
I'll sue.
oh, well, was I sexually harassed?
Oh,
Why
are we talking?
I don't.
where
Well,
do you-
because
how
I'm
do
telling,
we
if
get
anybody has any kind of sexual, after talking about all the sexuality stuff, if anybody has issues out there being harassed for whatever sexuality,
that? Oh, like their preference,
right?
Oh,
they have
okay,
to get
okay,
help.
Okay, I get it.
I
was like, oh,
but
what
don't-
what
listen.
alley did we go down?
But listen,
Jesus.
people, if you are gay, lesbian, whatever, pansexual, bisexual,
Look at 'em.
I don't know, transgender, it does not matter to me. But please, don't put it in other people's faces of what you are like. Like
the
you're
Olympics.
better than them. No, I'm so against. Listen,
That opening
whether
of the
you
Olympics
are
is crazy.
bisexual, gay, straight, all of them, don't put it in a. Listen, we all can have parades. You can do what you want, but don't make it that we have to have. I have to like that parade for whatever reason. There's stuff on Fire Island I go to that's fun, and it's called The Invasion. It's an unbelievable party of transgender and lesbian.
like a pride parade.
Oh my! It's one of the funnest parties you'll ever go to.
Is it in June?
July 4th, I think it is.
I could bet it's in June.
Maybe you're right.
I think I would put good money. I don't know, but
You know, because you were talking to Billy the other day.
no, I
remember?
don't. I just June
I think
is-
it's July 4th.
June's Pride Month.
Go. See, I didn't know that. How did you know that? That's pretty good.
Who? I thought everyone knew that. They took my month.
Oh, your birthday month. That's why. So I don't even know what my birthday. What's my birthday month? I'm October. You know what it is? National Gun Week or something. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know what is it.
Thief Month.
Mr. Beast month.
Thief Month.
Oh, I keep reading about this Mr. Beast stuff just off trail because now we just talked about a great movie. We suggest you go see it. I really do. Go there with an open mind, and I mean that by like even if you're not into all the I guess.
But I think we made
adventure
that
movies.
way, guys. I think we made the whole pansexuality thing way bigger than They mention it a few times in the movie. It's
No,
not
but
like,
it was pretty
It's not what
prominent.
the movie is.
It was
and then they have
prominent.
a lot of gay jokes. It's not like the whole movie.
Not a
is like,
lot either. I mean, you
It
make it
is
sound like a gay
it's-
movie.
No, it's not. You did. You're acting
Oh,
like
in
the
the
whole
bi-
movie was like Deadpool finding his sexuality. No, they were just making a bunch of gay jokes. That's all. They weren't shoving it down your throat. You know, the movie was not about him finding his sexuality or coming out or anything. They were just making jokes, and if you got the jokes, then you'd be like, "Oh, this guy probably, swings every way possible." Because those were the jokes.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
The movie's not about his, it's.
And if you're 62, you might be leaning back and asking your son or daughter what that meant. You might, but it's fun. It really, really was a good movie. It was entertaining. It went by pretty quick, and I love popcorn in a movie and a recliner. I can't believe there's ever any theaters out there without having recliners.
Switch, yeah.
Yeah.
And those are old recliners.
And
They're
I won't-
tearing and everything.
I won't go to a movie theater. I mean, I will once, like we did once, but
That movie
No.
sucked.
And
That
it's-
ape movie.
Oh.
Planet of the Apes. The newest one
throw
was
the
awful.
movie and the theater out the.
I was like, I thought they like carried guns and stuff. Why aren't they fighting or something?
That's
I've
about
never
like
seen
the
it.
movie like you saw Oppenheimer.
Oh my! What an electric movie, guys! Non-stop
Shut up.
action.
This is movie day, movie
Holy
review day.
cow, yeah.
No,
Totally.
I'm a
What
movie
bad
guy.
Movie.
You know, I
I
wanna-
fell asleep, woke back up, and I was like, "You're still watching this?" And I was like, "Has anything happened?" And
Of
you're like,
course, it's history,
And you're
kid.
like, "No." Remember, you were like, "No, it's."
But it's a history
boring."
base.
You're like,
I
"It's
knew what it
boring."
was. I told you that right when we got it. And since it's movie review today, we're calling this the movie day. Nick, what is your favorite movie of all time?
I don't. Have
You
one.
don't have a favorite.
No.
I got to get you cultured or something. I mean, everybody out there who watches, I'm sure you have a favorite. Think for 1 second
that's
out
just.
there. Just that one, everybody
How many
out there. If
times
you're
do
in a
you
car
watch
or
something?
wherever you watch, just tell me what your favorite movie was. Was it Goodfellas? Was it Godfather?
No.
How's this?
No.
What was
Here's
your
the real answer. At what time in my life? If you just have a favorite movie since you were 7, you need to grow up. Like
Not necessarily.
Yes, you need to
If you
grow
liked
up.
Lion King,
Okay, then that was cool. And then at some point in your life, you did like really another movie at
maybe
that point.
not. That was
Then
a
you need
great
to grow
movie.
up, you know,
Not that's preference, Nick. That's all it is.
that's just all. I'm not saying it's fat. That's how I feel. Because
Okay.
because I always like every first day of
So
school,
if,
they're
so
like,
if you
"What's your
if
favorite
you grow up
movie?"
and you pick a movie like
What's your favorite movie? I'm like, I don't. What a hard question. At what point in time? 'Cause
I think everybody has favorite movies out there. But
I have favorite movies. Says you favorite
Wait,
movies.
well, okay.
I have favorite movies.
I like to do it one way. I like to break it down. What's your favorite comedy? What's your
See, that-
favorite
then you
drama?
can do that,
What's your
yeah.
favorite action movie?
We can do that. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
what's
'Cause,
your favorite comedy?
But just one movie, you need to broaden your horizons.
Okay, I just
Action
did.
movie,
First action. Okay, we go.
some type of Marvel. There's a lot of them.
That is not an answer.
All right.
The people
Right
want to
now-
know what
Right now, Wolverine and Deadpool was electric. It's everything.
favorite movie ever?
Everything. In this time and point in time, yeah, I think everyone who likes comics has been waiting for something like that to happen. It's just like, let them run loose. Just do the things that people want to see instead of like what the writers behind the wall want.
Well, every movie has writers behind the wall, but yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like they
Okay.
actually
I'll
instead
give
of
it
the
if you
first-
want that.
like you can totally go see like one of the first Marvel movies and be like, this isn't really what everyone wants. Like, where's Spider-Man and Iron Man? You know, it took 20 years for them to be like, maybe we should put them in the same movie.
Okay, I'm gonna classify this next. Now I'm gonna say what my famous like action movie was. I'm gonna go away from the Marvels, and I'm gonna go to classics. I mean, what was that? Is that Morty? Nick, please stop that.
No, it was this.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was showing you. It was just squeaky.
Oh, my favorite action, and I'm gonna call them action movie, was the Die Hard series. There's a guy named Bruce Willis, and he had to go into a building in the Makasawa building, and very, very action-packed movie. I love all like you. I love Tony Stark, and I love them movies. Ragdagon. But then again, Thor brings down that whole series.
The Love and Thunder was bad. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, what's your favorite drama? Drama's not an action, but it's something.
Harry Potter.
I guess Harry Potter. Was it a drama? I don't know if you.
It's not an action. It's
I guess, and so that Harry Potter.
Bam, right there.
Harry Potter, your favorite drama.
I can't wait till they remake it in episode format.
Best drama movie, which made me cry, was Brian's Song. Brian's Song was about an athlete, Gail Sayers, and he ends up dying at the end. It's a whole true story. It really breaks your heart. And, you see a bunch of guys in prison watching it going, kind of like Blindside, but a little bit more deeper even,
See,
There's
I
death
can't,
death
I have to
at the end.
avoid TV shows and movies because if I just watch something for 5 minutes, I'm in. So I have to actively.
Yeah, I'm like,
no,
it depends. If it catches me,
I'm not gonna watch Forrest Gump.
But wait a minute,
sorry guys.
Great movie. If it catches me, if the movie catches me, or a TV show, they have to be good. That first 5 minutes, if they get me.
Very
if they
few
don't,
times I wasn't caught.
I'm not. Yeah,
but with you, recently, I've just been like, no, they can't get me.
Oh, we do that a
that's
lot.
Like a new thing. Though.
We do that a lot. Is that out?
Yeah.
Okay, this is my favorite series. My
Pretend
favorite
shit
part of movies. Your favorite comedy. I mean, guys, we can go into the greats. I mean, you can name the top comedies and just go crazy with Rodney Dangerfield movies.
No. Don't like them.
You don't like what about Happy Gilmore? What comedy would you like?
No, Step Brothers. It's pretty cool.
I think the series of what is it? The one where they go to Vegas.
I don't like Hangover.
A Hangover series is just some good stuff.
Maybe I have to rewatch it.
Hangover series, but comedies to me are probably
South Park.
I don't know. Blazing Saddles. That's a TV show. Blazing Saddles was a great one. Mel Brooks. I'm going back. That's going back. I mean, I can go way back, but man, if you want to talk comedies, any movie that Rodney Dangerfield, Back to School, Caddyshack.
I don't like those movies. They overact. I just don't like the way they act.
I know. We had that debate. We're not going to go into that.
We just didn't have it online.
That's good
But
because it's.
It's
He
a
thinks
pretty
they
good debate.
overact because they had bad equipment. That's so not
No, I said
true.
I said they overact because they are used to being on the stage and play, and that just they need to be louder for their mics, and that's what I believe. They are overacting in those movies.
But there's some great these.
They are, though.
Okay.
Why do you think they're like waving their hands so much?
No, that's Rodney.
But no, that's like a
Hey,
lot
how about
of those
Steven
type
Seagal
of
movie?
movies,
Like Steven Seagal.
No, he wasn't. Yeah. Still
Yeah, but-
kind of, but no. I don't like him. Steven is a joke.
This gets fixed.
Now just let go and don't touch it.
This gets
you go.
fixed. Yeah, but wait or something. This gets fixed ASAP. So anyway, we got that, and then we have. I always say, like dramas, and I'm gonna give them. People are gonna yell at me, and I said my drama because that's just a crying movie. But
I thought you liked that.
how do you Godfather? How do you say that?
You're still moving wires around.
I can't help it, Nick.
Stop touching things.
Nick,
Yeah, you make fun of me for touching the mic all the time.
Nick, can you fix this?
Not that hard. Oh yeah.
No, not now.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying you
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
it. Then we wouldn't be arguing about the mic.
They're just like the clip fell off.
I got you. Whatever you said. But I am all in on movies. I always was a movie guy. I remember going to the movies when I was a kid.
I
Do you
was more of a
remember the first
series
movie
guy.
you ever saw?
Yeah, actually. So I have to give a little backstory. My parents took me to the Blue's Clues play, and that was like the first thing I went to. And they were just like dancing around stage and coming into the audience, and it's a play. But that was the first thing I ever went to. So then my first movie in theaters, I went to Shrek. And I leaned over to my dad and I was like, when are they going to come out of the screen? I was and I remember being very confused. Like, are they going to come high five us or what's going on here? And that's, it was Shrek. But I was very confused why they weren't dancing around and coming up. And I thought
How old were you?
Very young. I thought I was at a play. You know, I didn't know what was going on.
You were that young. Okay.
Yeah, very, very young.
I remember the first. Now you got to remember.
Maybe it was Shrek. I have no idea actually.
You got to
Right. Maybe it was Shrek. Allegedly.
What makes this show pretty fun, people, is I'm 62 and Nick is 27.
Yeah, I'm talking about Shrek as my first movie. You're like, what the hell are you talking about, dude?
This is real cool. It really is, because we got listeners older and younger. I know Bobby and Kyle, and we're all around the same age, give or take. And Bobby and I are a few days apart.
Who are you talking about?
Bobby, can't be Bob.
Who's Kyle?
Kyle, the redhead guy, works with Bobby, comes here occasionally.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. When it's
Red hair?
Yeah, Kyle, little Kyle.
Definitely gray.
Huh?
Definitely gray hair.
That's not gray. Okay. I think it's not. Maybe Kyle. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a little bit. We went to a movie. We went to a play together for John Torres up in, I don't know where, the Coco Playhouse. But anyway.
2001 is when the first Shrek movie came out.
Wow. My first movie was, and I can remember where. And first of all, back when we went to movies, we didn't go to the movies and they didn't have multiplexes. It was one theater in a movie.
It's 4. It's 5.
It's 5.
I was 4 years old.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was about a little later than that. I could tell you it was probably 1970.
Well, they just came out
71.
with theaters, so.
I loved Westerns. And my grandfather.
Like the standoffs, like
yeah,
the step.
Oh, Chisholm.
What do they call it? How many?
John Wayne, man.
5 paces. Or
I saw the
15
movie
paces.
Chisholm with John Wayne. People could look that up, about 1973, so I was about 10. My grandfather took me to Chisholm, John Chisholm. I love that.
Is it a cowboy movie?
Oh, I see that movie today. I watch it. It's a cowboy. It's about a rancher named John Chisholm. And these other people want to try to take their land. He's like the big boss, and he comes in. They're trying to take over the town, and John Wayne that comes in. They end up riding a herd of cows right through the town, ripping it up, shooting. Him and Forrest Tucker had a great fight at the end. Great fight. It's so fake. Now I look at the fight scene.
Throwing each other through the.
Oh, you got to see
overacting.
Oh no, Nick. You got to see the stuntmen and this fight scene. It's it's epic.
Is it maybe overacting?
No, it's a stunt season. You and your overacting shit. There's no overacting.
Throwing people through,
John Wayne was the best.
By picking them up by their
pants. Well, that's part of that thing. John Wayne, man. Don't mess with Big John. John was the Duke, man. The Duke was my man.
You ever play Black Ops?
Huh?
Exactly. This is where we're...
Huh? Anyway, people out there will remember, I know Bobby will, the Interborough movie theater was on Bruckner Boulevard in East Tremont. And I went I ended up getting fired. I ended up getting a job out of there when I was about 14. And I got caught.
You're drinking beers?
Yeah, drinking. Remember we were all talking about it at the reunion.
Cranking the cog?
No.
Was that your job?
Shut up.
For the movie?
No, we ushers. We had to clean the theater after every movie. You had to go with the little sweeper and clean.
And everyone's so disrespectful in movies.
Oh, and people, we sat you. I was an usher. You actually walked people to their seats with a flashlight.
Here, sir.
And have a seat right
now
here.
Everyone's like, get away from me.
And when you didn't like the lady, you put her in a corner. No.
That's when they worried about people sneaking in snacks and stuff.
I think I was 15 because I think it was 1976. I think I saw Americathon. And I'm pretty sure it was Americathon.
What is that?
It was a movie in the 76, 77. And that was the movie I was drinking the beer and watching.
What is Americathon?
A movie.
Cool. Like,
I don't know.
What is it?
I couldn't tell you.
All right.
That's how good it was.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because I couldn't tell you what Napoleon Dynamite's about. Napoleon Dynamite. It's got literally no plot to it. I couldn't tell you what it was about.
It's a movie?
Yeah.
Did you go to it?
No, I just seen it, but I couldn't tell you what it's about.
Right? No. Listen,
it's about a guy.
But I'll tell you, we also had the Bruckner, the drive-in theater where you put.
I went to one once.
Yeah, we had.
What a bad experience!
Oh my God, people shoot the screen.
You guys are just. You guys are just ruining everything for everyone.
Nick came up. He drove the RV to my reunion with my Bronx guys. And we're gonna have we got tape of some of them, us hanging out and talking. And some of it's funny, and it's just like
A lot of it's getting thrown in the trash because it's so
it's
so
bad.
raw.
So
Let's put it
raw.
like that.
It can't be shown. Where's the bodies buried?
Oh, right.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, not too soon either.
Not too soon. It's not too soon.
Statutory.
There is no statutory limitations.
Statutory. You
come
fell
on.
into it. Gotcha.
What am I gonna do with him?
Creep.
So movies for me, movies were, and you got to remember, Nick,
Elf.
You know what? I'll bet Bobby will know this, Cabby Bob. When we were young in the Interborough Theater, every Saturday and Sunday, you'd buy a ticket and they would play cartoons because people didn't have TVs. This is in the 60s, like 65. And we were kids. And 1965. And what would happen was you'd go to this thing and they would give out bicycles during Christmas time. They had tickets and they'll pull your number and you get a bicycle and it was like and they paid for movies, you know, like
and now theaters are just being short stocked.
Oh,
they're betting on them to lose.
Yeah.
Remember when they dumped it?
Oh yeah,
a few years ago.
But
well, let me ask you a question: who do you think is going that you know of right now is going to be the most famous actor to go down in history?
As
Dead
of now,
or alive, because we don't know the future, but that will never be forgotten.
A first name that comes to mind to a lot of people, it's at my age. You guys remember your age? I'm saying our ages are different.
But I want a reason why. I got one and a reason why.
Marlon Brando.
Who's that?
Marlon Brando was he played Don Corleone in The Godfather. He played in a couple other great movies, biker movies, and he could do anything. You got to remember acting back in those days, especially back in those days. He was and he was a diversified actor. He could play in shoot 'em ups and killings, and he could play in like a drama. You know, I think
you're an actor, yeah.
I think some actors are
a lot of the comic movies. You can't; those guys can't go. You know,
right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Some people get put in a hole.
If
you're
an
actor, you can get. You're an action actor. You very rarely can you get a love story. I think
there's action love stories.
I think Brando has to be, or
I think you can.
Wait a minute! I'm gonna go more. 3 others, maybe 2 others. I could pick.
I have one song.
Jack Nicholson and maybe Al Pacino. Al Pacino.
Jack Nicholson was the Joker, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Al Pacino, dude.
Al Pacino was.
Oh my God, he's played. I actually have to go back. Al Pacino, because he played such great parts from Scarface. You remember not Scarface? He played.
So from 100 years from now, you think that these
yes.
movies are
Al Pacino. You're talking about what's the movie with shoot 'em up, the cocaine movie?
Scarface.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
You think that's just gonna be around for
him as an actor? He did that. Then he played in he played a lawyer. He played in convicts. He played gangsters. He could play any part. So I really think he's going to be one of the ones that go down in history.
I think it is Will Ferrell. I'm not a big fan of him, but my reasoning is I think
he's stuck in comedies.
Here's the thing, though. He's the
I love
only
him. Don't get me wrong. I love
actual human being who's a real human that is going to go down in a holiday history after he's dead.
I agree with
He
that.
is literally became
Elf on the Shelf.
He's became a fictional character. So at the point in 100 years, a kid's going to look at his blow-up doll in the middle of the yard and be like, look at the elf, and that's a real person, but it's him. And he's now going down in the history of Santa Claus.
Yes, I think you're 100% right, and it's a great point. That doesn't make him the greatest actor. It makes him
I said most famous. Was the question.
Well,
famous. Most famous was the question, not best. I don't think he's good. But the question was famous.
That's a really, really good point. That's kind of almost a trick question because he is immortalized, meaning forever.
Who else is immortalized?
Who else? But there is movies that go down, have been since the start of time.
Started millions and millions a year.
Millions and millions a year.
That was crazy. That was a crazy fact
since movies started,
Started time.
Mr. Rogers, not Mr. Rogers. It's a wonderful Christmas. Wow, see, I know the movie itself is great and the act is great.
Because
but I'm starting to lose it. I really
even
am.
the Christmas Story.
But will people
are
know
gonna
who
forget
his
about
name
that.
is? Will people know who?
It doesn't matter at that point.
Okay.
It's him.
Well, then people know the movie. Then you have to go to the movie. Then
I know, but that's Buddy. That's Buddy the Elf.
100%.
You know, and then you're
But
like,
they don't know who Buddy the Elf is.
That's the whole point. Is now he's just a fictional character, and if someone wants to go into it, they're like, "Holy cow, this
He was
guy's a real person."
Good point. But you also have this, Nick. If you want to talk like that, people, I'll forget an actor's name, but a movie will be embellished in the memories for people for generations to generate for hundreds of years.
No. You think movies are
Absolute-
generational? They're not, dude.
No, I said
No, they get forgotten. I'm not watching my dad's movies. No.
good point. I mean, but
Generations is a crazy statement for movies.
well, again, Christmas is not what it was when I was a kid. So we didn't have Elf on the Shelf, so I don't know who that is.
yeah, but he's new.
I don't
you
know
what
it.
I mean?
I
But you
could care
see him
less.
in people's yards. That's the whole thing. But you see him in
Yeah,
people's
but I
yards.
also see Santa Claus.
That's the whole point.
So if you want to go to a movie, Santa
No, I mean,
Claus-
if you go deep down on Santa, you're gonna be like, oh wait, this is like
Chris
not
Kringle.
a guy.
Oh no, they had
No,
played
and then
Chris
you can
Kringle.
and then now you have to believe in Christianity and be like, oh, okay, Saint Nicholas.
What's an elf on a shelf? You have to believe in Santa Claus.
It's
He's
not-
an elf. What do elves do?
That's the thing, Larry. You have to believe in like Christianity to be like Saint Nick's a real guy. You
Right.
cannot find real documents of that man.
Oh, yes, you can.
Larry, I'm not fucking 7.
Yes, Nick. There is
it.
Chris Kringle
Stop
went
it.
to court and all. You didn't know this.
Larry,
They made a movie. You want to watch the
Larry.
movie, The Miracle on 34th Street?
stop.
I'm going to show you Chris Kringle, The Miracle on 34th Street.
Santa Claus
Well,
is
Chris
not-
Kringle. You heard of that?
who's who's
Chris
Santa?
Chris Kringle.
Which one? Is it Saint Nick or is it Chris Kringle?
No. Chris
no, I
Kringle.
know, but so there's
he's like
two
the
of them.
Pope. No,
So
the
there's
Pope
two of
has a
them.
name. No, you have the Pope who is from Brazil.
There's
now,
one
and now he's
man who
Pope now.
goes around the earth in one night. They're not two people. Same guy. Santa
So
Claus
it's
is Chris Kringle.
One
and
guy, it's
he
like
is
Batman.
Saint Nicholas.
Is
Yes.
Clark Kent Superman?
What's his other name? No.
Clark Kent and Superman.
no, that's
it's
what-
only one name.
no,
Chris
no,
Kringle and
you're-
Santa Claus.
And Saint Nicholas.
No, Saint Nick is not.
Is
It's a
Santa
nickname.
Claus.
Saint Nick is a nickname. Nicholas. Saint Nick.
Okay, so who is Santa Claus? Saint Nicholas?
No, Chris Kringle is
Saint
Santa
Nicholas.
Claus and Saint Nicholas. Yes.
And you think that they have real
Absolutely.
proof? Real
You got-
proof.
Did you see the?
Where's the body?
We don't
where
need a
is the body?
Do you want court documents?
Where's the body?
Would you believe a judge?
Where's the body of
Would you believe
Saint
a
Nicholas?
state judge from New
Where
York?
is Saint Nicholas's body? Because when Will Ferrell dies, we're gonna know where he's buried.
Chris Kringle? I don't know where. I could look it up. Where Chris Kringle was buried.
He's not a real guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not really cool. He might have, but he's not really Santa.
Court said he was.
Okay,
A state of New
Santa
York
Claus.
court. I'm going to
is
watch the movie.
A compiled story of a bunch of really good people who did a lot of good things.
Well, no, this
He's
guy
just-
could
he's
really
make-believe.
do the miracles.
He's
and everything.
make-believe.
No, he did miracles.
Stop.
He put a house.
I'm
in
not
a
liking
kid's-
this character right now. I'm not liking it. Don't do this to us. I'm not liking this character.
Yeah, you are. I want you to look him up. You go in a history class. You lost that last bet.
No, one guy commented 17 times.
That doesn't
No,
matter.
it
I might have
does.
paid him.
I know. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, stop messing around with me. Buddy the Elf is going to go down in.
I totally. This Mike's going down in history after this. Yeah, absolutely. He does. He goes. And you know, there's really not much in life.
He's going down with
you
Rudolph
could say
and-
right. That is. But do you know? It's sad to say this. Christmas might never be. Christmas is not. The Buddy the Elf is not in Saudi Arabia.
If they celebrate Christmas, it's Christmas.
Well, I'm kidding. There's a lot of countries
there
who
are-
do not celebrate Christmas
But there are a
as
lot
Christmas.
of countries that do.
Yes, but
But forget them. They're
Well, you're
you
talking
know,
about us.
who are their
So
actors?
you said history.
Who are their actors?
Well, it might be bigger than ours. They are if they're in India.
Wrong.
Wrong. You argue like a fifth grade. There's 1.4 billion people there. I think their act
I
is
think it's
bigger
Will
than
Ferrell,
America.
and I'm not really a big fan of the guy, but that's amazing.
I think he's funny.
And now I get even really deep, and we might have to cut this off, but like I think
Shane
about
Gillis.
like, imagine being Will Ferrell and taking acid and being like, dude, I am next to Santa Claus. Like I'm a fictional character.
No, that is
like,
wild.
Like
when you
these,
think about it.
these
He can put that outfit on and go anywhere in the pretty much.
These 6-year-olds don't know me. They know Buddy the Elf as a Christmas ornament. They don't know the movie. They don't know me, but they know Buddy the Elf.
And I am Buddy the Elf. And I am Buddy the Elf.
Imagine taking acid and be like, I am literally up there with Santa, dude.
Hell, I take acid and
always.
think about my book, or I think about
Forever and
I think
always,
about my life. And I go,
that's a good point too. Where you're like, yeah, that's a really good, you have a fucking a copy of something of your
No, not the copy. I think of my life.
There's a copy of your life.
Yeah,
that people
court
have
documents.
That you don't. No, that's a good point too.
Yeah. Oh, it's
You don't even know where it is. You know that you couldn't tell me where your book is right now, and it's
all over the world. I know that.
Exactly. It's on shelves. It's on.
All over the world.
People might be using it as a placemat. People probably
they're
have
not.
it. Some people might have it framed. Some people probably are using.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
You don't
You pass it on to a kid or somebody. I hope.
Some people might have used it as like fire start. You know what I mean?
When I did that, you made a great point of something like call and when you're older, you get. I think of a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
I think
someone's gonna find one of those bands in like 110 years, dude.
And say
that's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And then Google it and say
it's pretty cool.
Or they're gonna think in their mind. They're gonna think in their mind. They're gonna see it in their glasses. But
you're not with Santa.
Hell no.
Imagine being up there with Santa.
Oh yeah.
Because even Kringle. That's cool.
Chris
Someone
Kringle,
finding your band.
the dude Chris Kringle, who it's unbelievable. By the courts of law in New York State, said he was. They declared him the legal Santa Claus.
Okay.
Chris Kringle.
No.
Got out of court and won the case.
Okay. Well, the story was.
He was sued by Macy's, I think.
The story was long before him, so he cannot be Santa. You're really talking about a real man. He's not Santa, dude.
He is Santa Claus.
Nobody knows who you're talking about.
Morty, what do you think?
I love opening gifts.
Morty
loves opening presents.
Give me another box. He rips up
Look
boxes
at him. He's
over
sleeping
there.
with it.
I put the box over his head today. And he ripping that box apart.
He's starting to want to wrestle again. It's getting good.
Yeah, he's getting in good shape. Good. We're having a good one. All right, guys. I think we're going to get going. Nick, good show. We recommend. We love movie night. This is what we do. We got to do that. We're going to do movies every month and do something like that. Have a great day, everybody. Give us your thoughts and stuff. Please like, subscribe, and pass this on. Have a great day, everybody.